White is home. And welcome. And welcome into Mustang Arena, home of the Wekiva Mustangs for this Friday night game. Two teams looking with aspirations of not only getting into the playoffs, but a long run. Wekiva, of course, the home team, comes in at 11-8. That schedule not really quite showing how good they are. It's been a very difficult schedule. They are ranked 4th, though, in the Class 6A Region 2 power rankings because of the strength of schedule. Windermere Prep comes in at 12-3, and of course they are always a team that's looking to go deep into the playoffs. So a 2-2 score so far, as Wekiva in their white jerseys with the maroon numbers in trim have possession of the ball. Foul on number 3, Tierra Coleman. That is the 3rd on the team. And so Windermere Prep goes back to work. Wekiva in their man-to-man zone, the pass inside. And that was Oyedeji unable to control the pass, and so a turnover. So Wekiva now goes back to work. 2-2 ball game. Thank you for joining us on this Friday night. 4:07 remaining, approaching end of the first quarter. Travel, Wekiva, possession, Windermere Prep. Of course, about 200 fans making the trip here to Mustang Arena. Once again, Windermere Prep coming in 12-2 under head coach Darren Evans. It's his first year at the helm. Wekiva 11-8. Of course, they need a couple wins, still some work to do as far as the power rankings. Possession remains with Windermere Prep. The inbound pass to Izzy Francis, and no basket. Who was the foul on?
The basket didn't count. No, it wasn't no foul.
Basket does not count. So Wekiva back to work, a chance to tie the game up or take the lead. It's ball swiped away, back the other way we come, the nice bounce pass. And that was Bridges looking to drop it in. Foul committed by number 0 on Wekiva, Jasmine Pooler. That's the team's 3rd.
They have 3 points.
They're supposed to have 3. Outside them. On their side, they're supposed to have 3.
Who's supposed to have 3?
Wait.
Now you got 4. Now you got 4. Now they got 4. Keep the 4. Keep the 4.
Now they have 4.
It is 4-2.
You got Georgia.
Wow.
Okay, so let me just clear it. What it's going to do is when you put a point in.
I know how to work the ball.
Okay. Who scored that?
3.
Score of the basket to number 3, Zoe Sedar. Who scored that? I mean, who's timeout?
It's 7.
Timeout? Wekiva calls a full timeout. So you gotta put the guess.
I mean, no, they do got 7. I'm like, I didn't know how I counted that wrong, bro.
So
Is this a 30? A 4. What? It was a 4. What? A 4. It was a 4. Coach Joseph. Coach Joseph.
2:57 remaining, first quarter. Windermere Prep with the 7-2 lead. As we get back to live action from Mustang Arena, Windermere Prep
I just gotta make sure. I ain't no little kid. Girl.
will be in bonus the rest of the way. Of course, rule change this year where it's now 5 fouls per period, sends you to the free throw line, and it is now a 2 free throws. Possession remains with Wekiva. So from the left corner, in and out, that was Pooler, unable to drop the tray, goes out of bounds. And possession, Windermere Prep. That's your horn. 2:28 remaining now as Windermere goes back to work, looking to up that 5-point lead, which they won't, the turnover. Possession, Wekiva. Pooler brings the ball up. Windermere Prep in man-to-man as they have been the whole game. Loose ball picked up by Pooler. They swing it around to the left. That's Pooler back at the top of the key, and we got contact. Foul committed by number 3, Windermere Prep. That's Zoe Sedor. That is the team's 4th. Don't worry about my screen.
Ooh.
So 1:55 remaining.
You wasn't talking to me, right? Oh. She getting mad.
And Wekiva trying to pound that ball inside with Asanya, and instead it'll be a turnover. Possession, Windermere Prep. So we've gone about 2.5 minutes without a score. It remains at 7-2 now in this critical game for both teams. It's not a district matchup or Metro Conference, but it's important because both teams looking to gain some momentum. Of course, Wekiva coming in, losing 3 out of their last 4 games. They played in a couple of premier tournaments, one up in Atlanta, the She's Got Game, and then the Florida Prospects right after the Christmas break, the last week of the 2023 calendar year. So 1 minute exactly remaining. as Windermere Prep inbounds the pass, inbounds the ball. Windermere Prep will go back to work with that 5-point lead. So that's Bridges. Excuse me, that was Sado who launches, unable to go. A couple more attempts, and Wekiva rips down the rebound in contact. Put 24. Foul committed by number 24, Chi-Chi Wang. That's the team's 5th, and sends Windermere Prep to the free throw line. They will be in bonus for the rest of the quarter. So Sado at the line with the 7-2 lead, 39.2 seconds remaining. Thank you for joining us on this Friday night. I'm Neil Fisher, and we put on this broadcast along with the broadcast production department here at Wekiva High School. Does not drop the last free throw. Ripping the rebound down is was Bell, the 6th man. Back to work. Wekiva goes. 30 seconds. Chance to cut into that 2-possession lead. The drive and the rejection. That was Lacey Farrell swatting that ball out of bounds. Inbound pass to Pooler. She sets the offense. 20 seconds remaining. Down in the corner to Bell. Anderson rims in and out. Unable to get the trade. So the score remains 7-2. It's been that way for almost 4 minutes now. From the right corner, Rat rims in and out. That was Sado. Offensive rebound. Windex work for Johnson. She hands it back to Sado. Now from the corner. That's going to be off. That was Evans. Unable to connect on the tray. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter, a 7-2 lead for Windermere Prep from Mustang Arena. At the end of the first quarter, Windermere Prep At the end of the first quarter, Windermere Prep 7, Wekiva 2.
Hey, Calvin.
Take your time, baby girl. Take your time. Okay? Just take your time. That's all I ask.
They got the book is over there. They checking it out. Trinity, hurry up. They didn't even have the shit down.
What you mean, a point?
Yeah, they were copying up her shit.
Well, our team, but we didn't have 5 fouls. We only had 4.
They didn't even have
It's 4. They put 5 up there. I don't know why.
Come on, Caleb, make some shade. Ooh.
So we begin the second quarter, a 7-2 lead for Windermere Prep. They have led throughout. It's been about 4 minutes since they score. Drain the rain for Zoe Sador. And now a 10-2 lead, the largest of the game for Windermere Prep. Again, 12-3 as they come into this game. Shots not falling. Anderson unable to get that tray. And back the other way we go. Kiss the glass, score the deuce. Score the deuce. Morgan Bridges off the bank.
What's her number? Abby? The little one?
11. So Wekiva giving up the first 5 points of the second quarter. And now Windermere Prep starting to flex their muscles. Their defense has come up big. There's another turnover. And off to the races we go. Leading the charge, that's Sado again. Excuse me, that was actually Johnson. Basket counts, off the bank, make the withdrawal, and it'll be a 3-point play. Foul committed by number 1. First team foul for Wekiva. Excuse me, hold it. Who was 21? 21. Basket good, free throw good, and now a 14-2 lead for Windermere Prep. They scored the first 7 points of the second quarter to up that lead to 12. It was 7-2 at the end of the first quarter. Back the other way now. That's Sado. And she'll reset the offense. 15-2 lead for Windermere Prep. Tierra Coleman scoring the only points for Windermere at this time. It's been all Windermere Prep in the second quarter, an 8-0 run. The slash, the dash, making the withdrawal, Aaliyah Johnson. And so that ups the lead, 17-2 as the run continues. 10-0 to start this second period, and Coach Middleton's seen enough. Full timeout called by Wekiva. Turnover, and back the other way we go. Windermere Prep looking to continue that run. 10-0 now. Slides off the heel. That was Sado. She's taking her share of shots tonight. Now she resets the offense. Teases Coleman. Left wing extended. No shot taken, though. One-on-one. And the tip. Loose ball picked up by Johnson. Takes a Windermere Prep bounce, but under the baskets, it's a Sonia with the rebound, and they draw contact on the transition. Foul committed by number 3, Zoe Sado, as the team's first. So back to work, Wekiva go. They have been hit hard in the start of this second quarter, a 10-0 run. Tierra Coleman, one of the 4 seniors being celebrated tonight on senior night. The only Mustang to score. Speaking of Coleman, she launches. That's going to be short, just barely catching the rim. And Windex work, picking up the loose ball. It's Johnson. And just as quickly, the turnover, of course, with that 15-point lead, Windermere Prep can afford to have a couple of turnovers here and there. Windermere Prep calls a 30-second timeout. From downtown, Zoe Sido. Off the rim, doing Windex work underneath is Wekiva, and they draw the foul. And it was actually a correction. It was Michaela Evans who made that last tray. Foul committed by number 25 as the team's third on Windermere Prep, and sends Tiara Coleman to the free throw line.
Take your time, T. She made it. Now you got a foul.
Hey, swerve, swerve, swerve.
Who just got the foul? Okay, so what are you trying to tell us?
Live ball, live ball. 31, 31.
Your guys are okay.
31. Shania and TT.
Who just
Guard
fouled
the
us?
screen. Hey.
20. Number 5.
Y'all got the screen.
Blue 5 just got a foul, so it's 3 now.
So a foul sends Chi Chi Wang to the free throw line. Cuts the lead to 20-3. Her first points of the game. So once again, thank you for joining us on this Friday night as Wayne goes 2 of 2. One of the 4 seniors being honored tonight. Cuts that lead to 20-4 with 2:45 remaining.
Clock's
2:40 remaining. Windermere Prep goes back to work.
There you go, Titi.
Wekiva back to work. Looking to cut into that 20-4 lead. That's Coleman. She's played every minute tonight, and the turnover. Possession, Windermere Prep.
Get the 2. Get the 2. Get the 2, guys. Hurry up.
Going to the full court, man-to-man, and not going to pay dividends. It's a turnover. Foul committed by number 3, Tiara Coleman. That is her third, the team's second. So Wekiva remains in the man-to-man, a minute 40 remaining, 20-4 deficit. Windermere Prep has led throughout. That'll certainly help. The errant receiving at the other end. Driving the lane, the flash and dashes of Sanya, and it's an offensive foul. Was that a foul?
52.
So no foul, it's just a turnover. As we drop under a minute and a half in the first half, Windermere Prep breaks that full court press once again. That was Evans trying to swing in the deuce. Short though, good defense, getting her off balance. Wekiva back the other way at the end of transition. No dice.
That's you, Naya.
No dice on the second attempt. And Sanya unable to get the rebound to go in. Convert the rebound into points. Now one-on-one in that right corner. As the crowd comes alive, you can hear them in the background. And possession will remain with Windermere Prep. So give Wekiva's defense. They came in there, they were tough and aggressive, but the ball did not bounce their way. Still a 20-4 game. And Wekiva in general, despite their 11-8 record, is actually a lower scoring team, averaging only 44 points per game. It's been their defense as we get the turnover. Possession, Wekiva, and there's Wekiva's defense paying dividends, coming back and forcing that turnover. Wekiva's made their living, and they've gotten those 11 victories with their nasty defense. Again, 44 points being scored by Wekiva per game, but giving up only 37 points as we drop under 40 seconds before halftime. And a whistle, 34.9 seconds now, a foul. Foul committed by number 12, Lacey Farrell, as the team's fourth. Back to work, Wekiva goes now, looking to cut into that lead. It's been a long day on offense for the Mustangs, and it'll continue to be as nothing doing there. Bell running into a trio of Windermere Preps, and now Windermere Prep with the opportunity to extend that lead. Nothing doing, just glass. And Wekiva will come down with it as a jump ball. 9.7 seconds remaining. actually a foul was committed.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. We could catch like they
Foul committed by number 12, Lacey Farrell.
like if we doing that.
That's the team's 5th, and Wekiva will be in bonus the rest of the quarter. So Wekiva still unable to get that 4. Get off that 4 points. 9.7 seconds remaining. 20-4 lead for Windermere Prep, and Iron Unkind. And now Windermere Prep with an opportunity to get that lead above 16 heading into halftime. That's Evans from the left corner. That will be short, out of bounds. Was 0.6 of a second, and a timeout called by Coach Evan. Windermere Prep calls a 30-second timeout.
Some go off? 1.6. I saw 1.6 on the clock. I just looked up and it was 0.6. Did you guys take an extra second off?
I thought there was 1.6 too.
Okay. Put 1.6 on. Yeah. Hey, 1.6 is good to be on the clock. 1.6. It should have been 1.6. Extra second went off. 1.6. I guess I should have it said. Coach, 1.6 will be on the clock. All right, we're good. Thank you.
So 1.6 seconds remaining. Windermere Prep will have the ball going against Wekiva's man-to-man defense. Opportunity to increase that 16-point lead before halftime. Quick inbound pass and the tip, and score the deuce right before the halftime. Floating in the deuce off the inbound pass. Oyadeji. And that brings us to the end of the first half. Your score, Windermere Prep 22, Wekiva 4. And we'll be back for the start of the third quarter.
Is the concessions open?
After this.
I'm right here on her chair. All right, so table and the book match up with the clock and book, right? Clock and book match up. What she has up there is matches what you have on yours. All right, so just hit us that horn at 3 minutes whenever you get set. You all right?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, it's a lot. Just take that breath and we got you.
Sir, you yelling at me and reaching over is like.
Oh, thank you. I just want to make sure.
Okay, okay. Can you give me a second? Like you're in my ear.
Just let her, you know, you got it.
No, you keep hitting the team fouls and you don't need to. That's why I'm
We do need to clear the team fouls. She's right. She did clear the team fouls. No, I know you were doing everything right. So with the player fouls, obviously that's a whole separate thing. I don't personally care about that on the clock. I know he does, but you're good, all right? Thank you.
approximate. We begin the second half. The Windermere Prep Lakers 22, Wekiva Mustangs 4.
Where's she at? Oh,
What's up? Oh, you're taking it. Yeah. So we begin the second half. It's been all Windermere Prep throughout the first half. They have a 22-4 lead in this important game for both teams. Of course, Windermere Prep comes in.
and you're laughing.
Comes in with the 12-3 record, always expected to make not only qualify for the playoffs, but make a deep run into the playoffs. Wekiva looking to rebound after losing 3 of 4 games. Of course, those 4 games were against top-flight opponents. 2 premier tournaments, the She Got game up in Atlanta last weekend, and then the Florida Prospects the last weekend of 2023. And pretty much everything's gone to script according to the stats. Your leading scorer at halftime is Zoe Sador for Windermere Prep. She has 11 points. She came in tonight, this game averaging 12.3 points per game. And we begin the second half with a foul. Foul committed by number 25, Ani Oyedeji. That is her second, the team's first. And so Asanya, the big center, who's been integral in Wekiva's turnaround, still looking for her first points. Of course, Wekiva came into this game even with that 11-8 record, as that cuts the lead to 22-5. Still number 4 in the FHSAA Class 6A Region 2 power rankings. Of course, that is because of the strength of their schedule. Of course, the power rankings are based on the team's record, the opponent's record, and the opponent's record. The drive through the lane by Sedo. Back the other way we go. Wekiva rejected. So we begin the second half. Up and down the court we go. Hasn't been any stoppages in the last 4 possessions. Loose ball. Sedo picks it up, and she'll reset the offense. And now, for one of the few times tonight, Windermere Prep settles into their half-court offense. That's Oyedeji, number 25. She gives up the ball. Oyedeji dropping in a deuce right as the buzzer went off an inbound pass. A beautifully exit play by Windermere Prep, just further increasing that momentum. This is not going to go. Doesn't catch rim. Nothing but basket. Loose ball. And scrambling is Coleman. Still a loose ball after the pass. And unable to stay in bound. That's a traveling possession, Windermere Prep. So it's been a long night as well for Wekiva. Mentioned it in the first half. They come in, don't score a lot of points, only 44 per game, but they have been winning because of their nasty defense, holding opponents to 37. Certainly not the story tonight. And also want to mention, as we get a whistle on that loose ball, 4 players for Windermere Prep, averaging between 10.5 and 12.7. Is it number 2? Foul committed by number 2, Aliyah Johnson. That is her third, the team's second. So the good news if you're Wekiva is you have actually outscored Windermere Prep 1-0. The bad news is that it is only 1-0. Floating in the deuce, Tiara Coleman. 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Splash from Sedo. So Wekiva getting a basket right back at the other end. Windermere Prep outscoring them with the tray. And now an opportunity to further increase that lead off the steal. That's Sedo, the fake, the pass, and a whistle. Foul committed by number 32, Sanaya Asanya. That is her first, the team's first as well. So Windermere Prep will go back to work with that 18-point lead, holding Wekiva to only 7 points. The spin, no dice for Evans, too hard off the glass. So talked about the tray off the heel. That was Pooler unable to score. And back the other way we go as we approach 15 minutes. Settle can't drain the rain, and Pooler skying for that rebound. So talked about Wekiva holding teams to only 37 points, as at the other end, Johnson steals the deuce and floats in the basket. Back the other way we go as we drop under 5 points. In the middle of the lane, that's Asanya. Right wing extended, Coleman can't find the range, bounces long and rebound. Picked up by Evans as Wekiva looks to get a couple subs in. Floating in the deuce off the transition, Evans. And now a 22-point lead for for Windermere Prep. Score the basket for Asanya.
BK, we shoot the ball on offense. If they get the rebound, go to her right now. Don't let her touch it. Hey, Kelly, you got 11.
Foul committed by number 3, Zoe Sedo. That is her second, the team's third. Correction, that is the third foul on Seto. And so Wekiva with the chance to get that lead under 20 points. They played most of this game with that lead, facing a 20-plus point lead. Back the other way we go now. Just as quickly, Windermere Prep with the opportunity to get that lead. Back up over 20. Foul committed by number 10, Bracalia Anderson. As the second on the team. Back the other way we go. Slash and dash, score the deuce for Bridges. And the lead now up to 31-9, 22 points. Despite the issues that Windermere Prep has had the last 2-3 minutes, still in command. That's going to be short, way short for Anderson. And a foul as well on the rebound. 24. Foul committed by number 25, Oyedeji. That is her third and the fourth on the team. Wekiva will be in bonus the rest of the period. Windermere calls a timeout full.
Yeah, two more. Two full. This team has
So a 31 to 10 lead, 2:39 remaining from Mustang Arena. Mustang Arena, the site, and this important game for both these teams. No district, no metro conference, but both teams looking to gather some momentum as we head into the stretch run of the regular season. It is a 31 to 10 lead for the Windermere Prep Lakers over the host school Wekiva Mustangs on senior night. Obviously by the score, it's been a rough offensive night for the Lady Mustangs, scoring only 10 points. Windermere Prep coming out, taking advantage of a few turnovers, but also strong rebounding. And they go back to work with that 21-point lead as Oyedeji physical pounds her way into that lane, and she draws a whistle. Actually, no foul. It's just out of bounds. Possession, Windermere Prep. So 2:23 remaining. Want to send a shout out and a thank you to the broadcast production students here at Wekiva under the direction of Mark Washington as the slash and dash does not end with the connection under the basket. That was Bridges. And at the other end, that is Bell driving through the lane. No basket though. So actually possession does remain with Wekiva. No foul. And they go back to work, rotating that ball to the right side. That's Ensanya. She can't find the range, comes up short off the rough side. Oyedeji continues her rebounding prowess as we drop under 2 minutes in the third quarter. Wekiva remains in the man-to-man defense. Going bank, Oyedeji. So Oyedeji now with 5 points as we drop to a minute and a half in the third quarter. Mentioned Wekiva, 11-8 record, not the most prettiest of records, but as that ball comes loose, they are fourth in the FHSA Power Rankings Class 6A Region 2. 8 teams in each region make the playoffs. 4 districts, 4 regions. So 4 districts in each of the 4 regions. As Ensaya can't find the range, no dice on her tray. And right place, right time is Francis. She comes back the other way, sets the Windermere Prep offense as we drop under a minute in the third quarter. Slash and dash, making the withdrawal. Francis. So Francis gets on the scoreboard in the last minute. Another turnover. Long outlet. Nice job by Windermere Prep getting that transition started as they continue to pound that basket in front of the Wekiva cheerleaders. That's on the right side of your screen. Seto, she can't find the range. No dice. Air ball. Possession, Wekiva. And in the meantime, we have a mass sub here. Chinese fire drill for Windermere Prep. Everybody comes out, 5 new players in. With 22 seconds remaining in the third quarter and a 35 to 10 lead for Windermere Prep. They've led throughout. Steadily building that lead. Slash and dash and getting the rim is Anderson. Berkayla Anderson floats in the deuce off the bank. Last second, the spin, and no dice. That would have been great momentum for Windermere Prep. Johnson taking the shot. So we come to the end of the third quarter, a 35 to 12 lead for the Windermere Prep Lakers. They have led throughout this game. We'll be back from Mustang Arena. So we come back to the start of the fourth quarter. It's been a dominating performance by Windermere Prep. They came in 12-3 over the 11-8 Wekiva Mustangs. Windermere Prep is the Lakers. As we now have a stoppage just 4 seconds into the fourth quarter. 35-12 is the score. Windermere Prep scoring first and steadily building the lead throughout. I'm Neil Fisher. Thank you for joining us on this Friday night as we get the free throw. This will be Jasmine Pooler at the line.
We're in the third quarter.
Excuse me, ref. Is that a technical? Oh, team foul. Okay. 2 of 2 from the free throw line for Pooler. Technical foul on Windermere Prep. Too many players on the court. So, of course, that doesn't go against any individual players. So, again, we got a stoppage as Wekiva has cut the lead to 21. Excuse me, ref. Is that a team foul as well?
Just, yeah, one team foul.
So possession does remain with Wekiva, and that is considered a team foul, the first of the game. As also a team foul on Windermere Prep, their first. So Coleman, left wing extended, she launches, and drain the rain, Tierra Coleman. So Coleman up to 7 points now, the leading scorer for Wekiva. As we move into this fourth quarter, cuts the lead under 20, 35-17, Windermere Prep with the lead, and now the possession wearing their blue jerseys, red number, Iron Unkind on that drive, and the shot by Johnson. Wekiva, nice job at the other end, getting that ball up. Score the deuce off the bank for Bell. And 4 points in a row now for Wekiva, the first time this game. So they have something to build off of. At the other end, the over-the-shoulder move from Evans winds up with the ball going out of bounds. Good defense for Wekiva, collapsing on that paint. Wekiva Prep possession. So again, I'm Neil Fisher. We are live from Mustang Arena on the southeast side of Apopka, Florida. 7 minutes remaining in this game. Thank you for joining us on this Friday night. Foul committed by number 32, Sanaya Asanya. That is her second, the team's first. And stepping in front like a defensive back, jumping the route. Coleman at the other end, too hard on the shot, and a foul on the rebound, contact. And actually no foul. So it'll be Windermere Prep possession. Possession, Windermere Prep. 6:45 remaining, and another turnover now for Windermere Prep. At the other end, that is not a block, clean block. That was Pooler lifting to take the shot. Foul committed by number 2, Alaya Johnson. That is her third,
No, she has
the
4.
team's second.
She has 4.
That's what I mean.
Correction, that was the fourth foul on Johnson.
You gonna be telling me I had a
So at the line is Pooler. She scored only 2 points tonight. Of course, Pooler and Coleman have scored 20 points combined plus, which is almost half of the points Wekiva is scoring for their average, 44 again for the average. And the two tonight have been held to only 9 points.
Did she make the first one?
Lead down to 16 points. Windermere Prep has led throughout, scoring first. Lead was as many as 22. 1 of 2 at the free throw line, cuts the lead down to 15. And Pooler now with 3. Back the other way, Windermere Prep getting that ball up quickly. 6.5 minutes remaining from Mustang Arena. Wekiva, the home team, on the southwest side of Apopka, and rejected. So Wekiva certainly not giving up. Effort remains as strong as it was in the first half. And Asanya with the rejection. Possession, Windermere Prep. Left wing extended. Bridges takes the pass. Back to Seto, who's certainly been the star tonight. Yet to score in this fourth quarter. She had 14 points through the first 3 quarters. Set the tone. A balanced scoring attack from Seto as the ball goes out of bounds in the turnover. Wekiva's defense coming alive. Possession, Wekiva. As we approach 6 minutes remaining.
Right at the clock.
Long range tray beyond the arc, no dice. Scramble and coming down with that sky was Bridges, and back the other way we go as we are now under 6 minutes. Long range tray, no dice. Evans back the other way. Wekiva in transition. Slash and dash. Pooler, and she draws the contact, getting hacked in the lane. Foul committed by number 3, Seto. That is her fourth, the team's second. And it sends to the line Jasmine Pooler. 5:40 remaining, Jasmine Pooler at the free throw line now. And of course we mentioned that was the fourth foul on Seto, who has 14 points, the leading scorer for both teams. So Windermere Prep tonight has gone with the one-star attack. Neither free throw drops. Keeps the lead at 15. Windermere Prep have 4 players, Evans, Johnson, Settle, and Oyedeji, coming in tonight scoring between 10.5 and 12.7 points. However, Settle with the 14, next highest is Bridges, and Oyedeji with 6. From the wing, that's Anderson. She can't find the range, slaps off the rim, and another rebound for Oyedeji, who has over 10 at the other end. Score the deuce off the bank for Johnson. Lead up to 17 now. Johnson up to 6 points now. And that's Asanya. Short, and an easy, what should be an easy deuce at the other end after that long outlet pass. A long outlet pass leads to the bank from Seto. So back to the other way, left wing extended. Coleman, no dice on the tray. Tracks down her own rebound, loses it, taps. Still great effort from Wekiva as they hit the deck. And a whistle eventually.
I think I'm a little dramatic.
And the foul committed on that hitting the ground. Foul committed by number 25, Oyedeji. That's her fourth. And the third committed by the team. So it's a non-shooting foul. Wekiva's not in the bonus yet. This season, FHSAA changed the rules. It's 5 fouls per period for free throws as opposed to 7 per half. No dice on that shot. Sonia picks up the rebound. A second attempt does not go too hard. That was Anderson unable to drop the deuce, and now with 4 minutes remaining, still a 19-point lead for Windermere Prep, who has led throughout, scoring first instead of rebuilding that lead on senior night and score the tray. Splash for Bridges. So lead back up to 22 now, not only over 20, but the largest of the game. Ties for the largest of the game as Coleman can't find the range. Excuse me, that was Pooler, couldn't find the range. Long outlet, open shot, does not go. Bridges, yes, Bridges. Windex work and floats in the deuce. So 3.5 remaining. At the other end, stop, pop, and drop. Coleman, stop, pop, and drop in the deuce. So 3 minutes remaining. The lead now 22. Tied for the largest of the game. Under 3 minutes to go. I'm Neil Fisher. Thank you for joining us tonight. Three, right? Three. Foul committed by number 3, Tiara Coleman. That's her fourth and the team's second. So now Coleman in danger of fouling out. She is Wekiva's leading scorer at 9. Wekiva remains in the man-to-man defense as we had 2.5 minutes. And possession, Wekiva. Possession, Wekiva. So again, it's been a long night on the offensive end for Wekiva. Right now, they've actually scored half of their usual production, averaging 44 points per game. Of course, a little bit above their average on defense, that's 37, but again, more so the offense. Give Windermere Prep credit, though. It has been mostly their defense which has caused that production, that rough production night for Wekiva. as we get the sub in and scoring the deuce off the bank. Bank scored the deuce for Coleman as we are now under 2 minutes remaining. About 200 fans making the trip here to Mustang Arena tonight, and a timeout called, which most likely means we're going to see the reserves come in. Yeah, it's a full. Who's the timeout?
It was down. Windermere.
Ready?
Windermere Prep calls timeout, full.
I don't want to choose a play.
So we'll be back from Mustang Arena for the last 143. Actually, nope, we're going to stay here as Wekiva comes back out onto the court. So once again, your leading scorer is Zoe Sedar with 16. She scored only 2 in the fourth quarter, but certainly set the tone 14 through the first 3 periods. And a solid attack, balanced attack, as she has scored from both 2 and 3-point range. 143 remaining. It's a 44-24 lead for Windermere Prep. They will up their record to 13-3. Wekiva will drop to 11-9, losing 4 of 5. As this will certainly help the transition opportunity. No dice, but Asanya, who took the pass from Hercule, will go to the free throw line. Foul committed by number 0, Izzy Francis. As the 4th team foul on Windermere Prep. Wekiva will be in bonus the rest of the period. So a minute 33 remaining. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. That ups her to 4 points now on the night. Wekiva remains in the full court defense, man-to-man defense. Even though they've been down most of the game, they're still, the effort is still there. And that's going to be a jump ball. Jump ball, possession arrow, Wekiva. So Hercule will inbound the pass with a minute 10 remaining. Coleman, who's played the entire time tonight. Drain the rain, Coleman. And that'll cut the lead back down to 16 as we drop under a minute. Loose ball, Wekiva with an opportunity, goes just as quickly behind, corralled by Francis. Splash from Francis. So a pair of threes, and now that'll take us under 45 seconds. No dice for Coleman, iron unkind. Clanks off that heel, it'll be out of bounds. Possession, Windermere. 35.2 seconds remaining, and now it's a matter of running out the clock. Once again, Windermere Prep, they'll go up to 13-3, a very strong, complete game tonight. They have led from the beginning, scoring the first 2 points, and steadily building the lead as many as 22, and individually it's been Zoe Sedol. Zoe Sedor leading the way, only 2 points in the fourth quarter, but 14 points through the first 3 quarters to set the tone. A balanced attack, scoring a couple of baskets on both 2 points and 3 points. Your second leading scorer is Morgan Bridges with 11. Also some strong rebounding inside. Possession, Windermere Prep. Leading the charge on the rebounding end was Emi Oyedeji in double digits. And when you add all that up, not only does Windermere Prep score 47 points as we get the turnover and possession, Wekiva, but Wekiva held to 16 points below their average, only 28 points instead of 44. Wekiva's leading scorer tonight was Tiara Coleman with 13. Now once again, a complete performance by the Windermere Prep Lakers and holding Wekiva to 16 points below their average as their last shot taken by Hercule. And that will bring us to the end of the ball game. Once again, your records now: Windermere Prep 13-3, Wekiva 11-9. That takes us to the end of this Friday night ball game. Your final score: Windermere Prep 47 as they up the record to 13-3. Wekiva 28 as they drop to 11-9. At this time, we do ask that all the fans please exit the arena as soon as possible so that our administrators can close down the facility and return home to their families on a Friday night. We also wish Windermere Prep the best of luck as they continue in their season and safe travels back home to Windermere. Once again, your final score from Mustang Arena: the Windermere Prep Lakers 47, the Wekiva Mustangs 28. And so on that note, before we go off the air, just want to give a shout out, a credit to the people who work behind the scene. Of course, I'm Neil Fisher, but we also have several broadcast production students under the direction of Mark Washington who make this possible. Don't unplug it, we're still on. Oh, okay. Who still make this broadcast possible.